psychology and graphics. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to do interesting stuff. But I came out with ease. Not with ease, but with ease, nearly fails. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Was seeing a girl at the time, and she was in a city far away, and I kept visiting her, and I really liked the architecture of the city, so I had a bit of a light bulb moment that, hey, why don't you go into the building trade? So I went to college. And I think that's where it all started to go wrong, because whilst I was at college, I needed a shoulder operation. That was my first one. I managed to get all my college stuff done and go there and sort of have my operation and stuff, but the relationship sort of fell down. She was at university, I was not, and obviously with distance and stuff, when it's young love, it doesn't really work. Things happen, and then you're just trying to find out what your path is in life. Now, annoyingly, when I came out of college, learning all this building trade stuff, there was no apprentices available. I couldn't get any sort of job. I couldn't get any sort of knowledge, so I ended up working at the local supermarket, and it was all downhill from there, really. Decided I was going to go to university, so I went to university to study civil engineering. And I think this is where it all started to go wrong for me, my early 20s. University was easy. It was a subject that I picked. I chose to do this, and I really liked it. And I got involved with another girl. And I couldn't understand what was wrong with this relationship.
You need to be making money before you start dating.
Things were getting thrown in my face. It just didn't make any sense. And I tried my hardest, because that's what I've seen from my dad, is to do as much as you can and give your all to somebody. And I had this crazy.
Okay. I'm going to stop you there. There's a lot of delusions happening here, and that's good news, actually. Delusions can be fixed. Delusions can be helped. Mental, imagination mindsets can be altered and shifted. If you're not familiar with the term neuroplasticity, quick search neuroplasticity. That's a good word to look up. That's very helpful. You can look up that word and figure out, where to go from there. So that's number one. What is my search history? Okay, thank God there's nothing crazy here. Right. So delusion number one is that 35-year-old is something that should be ashamed of, or that it's a failure, that it's over, or you're over the hill, or whatever like that. You've been an adult for like 10 years. I don't think it's first of all, it's not productive to count yourself out at 35. Second, there's a mountain of evidence that situations, economic, psychological, etc., can all be adjusted throughout life, and you're really just not giving yourself the kind of time that it takes to make real changes. And that's because, you have a very limited perception of how old is 35, right? Like, I remember when my family was in their 30s, and I thought they were the oldest people ever. But, like, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm like, dude, I'm like a toddler, right? So you have to change your perspective about this and think of yourself as being very young and full of potential and full of life left to live, rather than, oh, I didn't get through college, oh, I didn't get a good job, oh, I didn't get a girlfriend by now. That's not helpful. So that's number two. All right. Number one is you need to learn about neuroplasticity. Number two is you need to go easy on your perception of yourself at 35 years old. Here's number three. Your priorities are a bit backwards here. You keep going into relationships. You keep talking about, oh, I met this girl in the city, then I met this girl in class, and You need to be making money before you start dating. Dating is expensive. Dates are expensive. Moving in with somebody in an apartment is expensive. Getting divorced is expensive. Paying child support is expensive. You want to gamble on dating? You really want to, be romantically active that desperately, that badly? You're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, there's just the reality. Okay, so you need to get your financial situation in order first. Worry about that first. Get yourself a nice savings account, a nice investment portfolio, a nice something financially stable, right? Before you start worrying about, oh, I'm a 35-year-old mess up, I'm a 40-year-old failure, whatever. Those are just imaginary things that you're doing to yourself that are not helpful. So that's number 3. Here's number 4. Okay, work on your appearance. Okay, make your hair nice. Okay, wear contacts instead of glasses. Okay, muscle up a bit at the gym. This doesn't take years. This takes months. This takes hours. Okay, you give yourself 20 minutes a day in the gym. You start wearing contacts. You start, styling your hair. You will be attractive to 99% of women. Like, it's not that much of a change. It's not that big of a deal. And the fact that you're out here going on these rambles tells me you really haven't tried any of those things. So that's 4 things right off the top of my head. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this isn't rocket science. Okay, it's not difficult, but it is simple. I mean, it's actually, and it is simple. So that's that's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it.